This character is the main antagonist in Sailor Moon S and was proven to be a very powerful user of ice and snow. She searches to find her comet's shard that she's been looking for, with the intention of using the shard to create an enormous ice crystal that will cover the entire Earth in ice and snow. Doing this will please her so much she will add the frozen Earth to her collection of frozen planets she's acquired. She also has the ability to create her very own minions called Snow Dancers, to help complete her goal of freezing the world. As a member of the Ice Apparitions, a race that consists of only females and having a heart colder than ice, Yukina is a very kind and polite girl who's a bit naive. She is an ice maiden whose powers are both unique and extreme. Unique in the way of being able to freeze an entire room into ice as a defense, her tears are formed into a solid ice crystal covered by demons and is said to only happen after giving birth to a child. The crystal tears are why she is imprisoned and forced to produce gems, crystal tears, for profit. She also has the ability to heal others from injuries and can heal herself almost instantly, as well as being able to feel no physical pain. He is a top agent from the MI6 and is also the field agent leader for the contractor team. He used his powers for what he thought was good, until he discovered that the organization he worked for was corrupt and using him for his abilities. He's very kind and calm at times, showing almost no emotion in battles. His abilities can be quite scary. Being able to turn any liquid into solid ice by using cryokinesis. He shapes liquid into any form to use as a weapon or in defense. November 11th has also been known to freeze blood in an individual, causing instant death. Crazy. I'm sure most Naruto fans know about Haku, an orphan boy from the land of water, who is a descendant from the Yuki clan and becomes a shinobi and a mercenary once he meets Zabuza. Haku is a very gifted ninja who is dangerous and powerful and possesses great speed, which influences his attacks. With his ability to use demonic mirroring ice crystal, which creates mirrors made of ice that reflect his image in them. Not only is his image reflected, but he can travel to a different position using them. This made his attacks powerful and problematic for those facing him. Haku had the ability to form hand shields as a defense, as well as an ice dome able to block several attacks at once. Once he combined two elements at the same time, it was a whole new ball game. Also known as Horo Horo, he's a tall skinny boy who always has a snowboard strapped to his body. usually wearing street clothes, shirt, shorts, sneakers, and towel for a headband. He's a handy craftsman. Discovered to be one of the 5 elemental warriors, he inherits the spirit of rain, a grand elemental spirit, and can now control and use it while combining his own powers with the spirit. When doing so, Horo can channel the spirit into his snowboard for an attack called the Nippo Punch, which is very powerful. He uses the spirit to freeze water vapor into ice as an additional attack, as well as creating a defense shield that has eyes and 6 blades attached to it. He can also form an ice armor over his body for extra defense purposes. Lastly, Horo has the ability to freeze his enemies severely to the point that their bodies will shatter. That's intense.
As the youngest Shinigami to become a captain due to his amazing intelligence and natural talent, Toshiro has been through a lot. Because of his past experiences, he has become a prodigy of the Soul Society in addition to Genichimaru before he changed his ways. Toshiro is an expert strategist and tactician, master swordsman, has incredible spiritual power, and is the wielder of the Zanpakuto called Hiranma-Uru, Ice Ring. The Hiranma-Uru is the strongest ice element Zanpakuto in Soul Society, not needing water to form and manipulate ice, it can create ice at will. With the Hiranma-Uru, Toshiro has several abilities and attacks such as, Ryusenga, Daigurin Hiranma-Uru, Tensojurin, and Soden Nizace. There are many more special attacks that he has, too many if you ask me.
She is a Yukiana, a woman from a race with the power to manipulate ice and snow and who are known to freeze abductors if they like them. Misery can almost completely control ice at her own will while withstanding the coldness herself, naturally, and has a unique physical prowess that separates her from the others. The cool thing about her is since she can control water that has been frozen, attacks afflicted on her in the same way will have no effect whatsoever. With intense training, she can freeze any body of water and control it fully. In doing so, her hair sometimes turns into ice. Because of her training, she gains enhanced speed, strength, reflexes, stamina, and is durable as heck. Misery is skilled in hand-to-hand combat, an expert in stealth, and is a great team player. She uses powerful techniques like ice daggers, claws, punches, clones and hail bullets. She's your all-around, insert explicit word here, girl. Who is a former Marine Admiral for the world government in One Piece. Because of his chill and laid personality and appearance, one can immediately be fooled by his actions. Hyuzen ate the Alogia devil fruit type called Hi no Mi fruit, that gave him the ability to create, control, and become ice at his own will. He is so powerful that he can create an immense amount of ice to cover a giant, a sea king, and several miles of ocean water within seconds. A great example of his power was demonstrated when he almost instantly froze two huge tsunamis on opposite sides of him, freezing anything to the touch, and being able to create weapons and projectiles while having a huge resistance to cold temperatures. His full abilities were never seen until the Battle of Punk Hazard, a 10-day battle that left half of the island they were on covered in ice, while the other half was covered in fire and lava from his opponent, Akainu. Gray is an ice mage and a devil slayer mage from the Fairy Tail Guild. A part of Team Natsu, he is one of the main male protagonists in the show and is also one of the strongest. His training in Ice Maker lead him to become very powerful and short-tempered, and in most cases, he's always somehow losing his clothes. Using a static ice make, a form of molding magic, this is able to create ice and shape it into objects and weapons. Being resistant to cold, Gray has the special abilities to create ice lances, ice blocks and shields for defense, different forms of ice hammers for attacks, arrows, axes, etc. This list goes on and it just keeps getting longer as he continues to gain experience. The amount of abilities he has to be the most I've seen in an anime.
Shut up!
Esteth has to be one of the most intimidating ice users in anime. Seeing her and her abilities made me curl into a ball of fear in some episodes of Akame ga Kill. Don't let her sexiness fool you. Being raised from a dark and aggressive past, Esteth is one of the strongest and feared soldier in the Empire's army. Probably the series. She possesses the demon's extract which allows her to manipulate ice and create it from virtually nothing. You can say she's made of ice and there's no limit to her abilities. She is a torturer with incredible strength and has heightened abilities of alertness, smell, and hand-to-hand combat. She's very skilled at wielding a sword and looks pretty awesome riding a dragon which is her pet. What a woman!